Welcome to the conclusion of Screencast number 9 for History 115G. So where I left off is that the AIDS crisis kind of put on the front burner the issue of legal rights, whether it be to one's children, to one's spouse's property, healthcare, etc. So if you were dealing with, say, family and probate courts and hospitals and funeral homes, none of which were required to recognize lifelong relationships in times of death, this woke up a lot of people. As many realized, they knew, but it became increasingly painful, that they had no rights and no role in relation to one another as partners sickened and died. Hospitals could, and regularly throughout the 1980s and 90s did, deny the partner of someone with AIDS visitation privileges. They could also deny them access to or participation in decisions about treatment. So could one's partner's family if they wished to intervene. One person's health insurance could not be accessed by the other in the absence of marriage. And so in an era when more and more gay and lesbian couples were having children of their own, this became incredibly crucial. If a member of a couple died, the survivor might well lose their joint home because they didn't have clear title to it. They would likely have to pay heavy taxes on the deceased's assets, which is something that did not apply to legally married spouses. So when couples are faced by this epidemic and realize that only one registered biological or adoptive parent often could assert legal rights, all of these developments made marriage look more and more important. And the success of the marriage equality movement over the next few decades would, of course, in turn spur more backlash and new efforts by the opposition. So as you read this week's assigned material, including the 1990s Defense of Marriage Act, the Starr Report, a bit tangential to what I've been focusing on here, but part of the general backlash by the right against what they see as sexual permissiveness, the Lawrence v. Texas case, and the Federal Marriage Amendment. For all of these, you want to read them, placing them in context of this shift among evangelicals, this rise of a powerful new political and religious right, and this model of morality that targeted some sexual behaviors, identities in new and old ways alike.